I was starting to see the effects that my self-esteem was having, that I would never have memories. My kids would never have memories of me with them. Hey folks, DJ here. Okay, I'm going to take it off now.
Okay, thank you. That's much better. Much better.
No, you can take me serious. No, he doesn't ever take me serious. Okay, hair's fine now.
But, in all fairness, I mean, this is a hat from Lester and I'm a Survivor Sanctuary. Does anyone take Lester serious?
I mean, probably. So, what's up everyone? We are back with episode number 7.
She said 7.
7. But I had my other hand up.
But why'd you have your thumb up?
No,
like they couldn't see it, but I could.
Well, okay, so because I absolutely love the show Friends. Like, it's just my show.
7.
Stop. And there's an episode on there.
We can't cover that in this. This is a family-friendly show, unlike
anyway,
Friends.
It's one of my favorite episodes. And 7, the number 7 is mentioned in that episode, and I love it. Anyway, okay, sorry.
Multiple times.
So 7's like one of my favorite numbers. Yeah. So this is a good episode.
Good.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good.
Yes. So today we are going to talk about our health journey. Last week we kind of answered some questions.
It's a long trip.
It's a long trip. So last week we had questions about us juicing, and we talked about that like quickly. So now I thought we would share, kind of our healthy journey, healthy-ish. I'm gonna go with healthy-ish journey.
We're not perfect.
No. We love carbs.
We're imperfect, just like our crooked camera right now, I feel like.
It's fine. So where do you...
And fried fish. We love carbs and fried fish.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, carbs.
So what'd you have for supper tonight?
Fried fish.
Okay.
We did share it, though.
We did.
We shared it. We had salad, too.
You didn't. You held Brooks the whole time.
Well, that's true. I had some tomatoes. Okay, so where do you want to start with this? Do you want to start like... I was thinking like after we had kids, I had the babies. I had the babies.
And a baking addiction.
So I breastfed.
I looked like I was carrying a kid because of that.
Yeah. So I breastfed all 3 of our kids. And when we, with the last 2 especially, I felt like, actually I would even just say with Houston. I had this weird thing where...
You said last 2.
I know, but it was more with Houston.
Oh, you say was mostly with just Houston. Yeah, mostly okay.
After I just had Houston, where I think I might have had some kind of sugar deficiency. I'm not sure. Or if it was just because I was nursing him all the time.
Sugar deficiency?
Well, something. Because I literally had a very intense sugar craving when I nursed him. Like, I would say for the first 6 months of nursing.
You absolutely love to bake a dessert.
I baked
homemade every night.
Yes.
And you would eat one piece or one slice.
Yeah.
And it sat on the stove and it called my name for 2 days. But the problem is the next day, then she's making another dessert. So she's like, you didn't even eat all the apple pie yet, but I'm making brownies.
Yeah.
You see the problem here?
Yeah. And so, obviously, that was not good for either one of our weight situations. I mean, I wasn't really concerned with, being fit or anything like that after having a baby.
Let's stop and say, I'm going to say neither one of us have ever really been overweight.
No.
We've never been obese. It's not like we're coming at you guys saying, hey, we were 300 pounds and we lost 100 pounds. No. And we were never obese people. That's not where we're going with this at all.
No, we just weren't making healthy lifestyle choices. Me? Are you serious? This
baking addiction.
Okay, so yes, I had this baking problem, this sweet addiction thing, and so it wasn't benefiting either one of us really.
Correct.
He started juicing. He bought a juicer. He started.
Well, like I said on the last podcast episode, whatever we're calling these things, I got into these documentaries. Netflix was new. I feel like Netflix was like the new hit at the time, and I got into all these food documentaries. And there's 100 food documentaries out there, like Food Inc., that like shows you factory farms and what a factory or what a mass-produced chicken farm or pig farm or beef farm looks like. And it was like, whew, that's just gross. Yeah. There's a better way. And that was what kind of got into the gardening stuff and growing animals for our own meat and things like that. And then I come across the documentary Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead with Joe Cross. And he was juicing. Well, I was growing a ton of vegetables and giving a lot of them away.
Yeah, we did.
Like we would take a truckload to church on Sundays and just say, here, take it. And it seemed like the perfect combination of all this extra garden produce.
Yeah. And
he's juicing, and this documentary kind of shows his journey of, he did lose a bunch of weight, and the health journey and the health benefits of the juicing stuff. And now in the documentary, he was on like a juice fast, where he juiced like 3, 4, 5 times a day and not eating for the first several weeks or whatever.
We have not done that.
I love a good homegrown T-bone or ribeye, you know.
Giving up red meat is not in the cards for us.
Not right now, for sure.
No, not right now.
But that documentary is what introduced me into juicing. I'd seen juicers on the shelf at Walmart or something, but I'd never really
researched it.
No, there was just somebody's making a glass of orange juice in the morning.
Right.
And there was a lot of good information in that documentary.
Yeah. So, and I watched the documentary with him, but he definitely started juicing way before me. We have a gym not far from us, about 3 miles from us, and he started going to the gym. And, I knew I needed to go because for my height, for me personally, not for what the world standards are, but for me, I was overweight. To me, I was about 35 pounds overweight. And
baby weight.
Definitely baby weight. And but I'll just, when you're a new mom, you're not really concerned about it because you're so focused on the baby. And
well, let's back that up and say, you as a new mom carried that out to like 14 months. Like our kids, like she become like a mama bear that didn't come out of the den. Like,
yeah. That kind of fed into me not having friends either.
How old was Emily the first time she spent a night away from us?
2.
2. Mm-hmm. Both. She was both years old. But like we didn't have a date night after Emily was born for like 14 months.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Because you breastfed her for 14 months.
Yeah. Yeah.
So she was a homebody.
Yeah. And then with Houston, I nursed him till he was 17 months.
Pretty sure he's still attached sometimes.
I mean, he's a baby, guys. It was hard to let go of that. So Daniel started going to the gym. Of course, he tried to get me to go, and we would have to, I wouldn't go. I didn't go for a year.
Well, you said you couldn't because you were still breastfeeding and you couldn't leave Houston.
I was with him, and we didn't have anyone else here, obviously, to watch him. And anyway, it just wasn't really, I justified it to where it wasn't feasible, Yeah. And also, I'm not happy about this, but sometimes if he puts an idea out there and wants me to do something that I feel like he's kind of pushing me to do,
like YouTube videos,
I would go against that because it's just not in my nature just to like I don't know, I can't explain it. And so
if it's not your idea, it's not happening.
I mean, that's how it was in this situation for sure. I'm not proud of that, but that is what it was. And then finally, I just, I would say after about a year of you juicing and going to the gym, and I started juicing with him, and I started going to the gym, and we started working together with Houston, being here, and Emily and Wes going to school, and anyway, we figured it all out, and we ran, and we changed our lifestyle.
I tried to get you to run for a long time. Like I ran some 5Ks and stuff, and you were like, No, I'm not. No, I'm not running.
No, I didn't. I didn't at first, and I haven't done any races. But when I started working out and started getting healthier, I was running 4 and 5 miles a day.
On the treadmill at the gym.
Well, and then Weston would have football practice, and I would run.
Yeah, you did
then.
do that.
I did that for, his whole football season. But we
Not
also,
until it was your idea.
Right.
When it was my idea, that was dumb. I ain't running. Nobody's chasing me. I ain't running.
Yeah, that's right. He's not lying there. But we also made a choice to stop drinking pop.
Yes. That was kind of in the same time frame as when I started juicing.
Yes.
And
we both did that together. I fully supported that. Didn't buy pop.
not pop in my Chick-fil-A cup.
No, it's not pop. That's juice. So we stopped drinking pop, and that was probably 2014, 2015. It
was before that probably because
it might have been
I started
before
juicing when Emily was a little bitty, and she was born in 2012. So
no, she wasn't. That was Houston.
yeah, you're right. I started juicing when Emily was born. Back up. Cut.
Yeah.
Houston was born 8/6/12.
Yes.
Emily's 4/28/08. Mm-hmm. So she was born in 2008. So I think we stopped drinking pop way before 2014, 15.
Yeah.
We still have the occasional pop.
It tastes terrible, though. I'm going to throw that out there. It doesn't taste right.
Unless you're eating pizza.
Unless you're eating pizza and cherry Coke goes down pretty nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the only time we drink pop. I also stopped making sweet tea.
We're Southern.
Yeah.
We live in the South, and in the summertime, you always have a gallon of sweet tea in your refrigerator.
I started weaning us, though. Like, I stopped putting so much sugar in it. I would do like 1.5 cups of sugar, and then I just started reducing that to where it was no sugar, and no one wanted to drink unsweet tea, so I just stopped making tea. So that forced us to drink water, especially when I'm not buying pop. And so water and milk and orange juice. That's almost all you find in our icebox. Of course, Capri Suns for kids, but even those I still try to buy the healthy versions of those. So anyway, yeah, pop was the big thing for us. And I lost, after running and working out and juicing, I lost 30 pounds. I just felt so...
Within probably like 3 months.
No, I would say 6. It was
6 months.
It was 6 because it was that football season of his. So I would
Time
say,
flies. It went by so fast.
No, I don't feel like it did. But I will say, from the mom perspective, the female perspective, before I lost that weight, I would go back through photo albums or even phones, because iPhones were pretty new back then, and so we had some pictures on our phones. But I was not in any pictures with my kids. Hardly any pictures, even when I had my babies. My mom or whoever was there to take pictures. I am not hardly in any pictures with my kids or with you. I just was not happy with myself. And
it was a self-esteem.
It definitely was. And so... Obviously, once I lost the weight and felt better about myself, I'm so comfortable being in pictures now. I'm not a selfie person. That's not what I'm saying. I don't do that. I will with my kids, but not of just myself. I feel like that's weird because, I'm almost 40, but whatever. But I was starting to see the effects that my self-esteem was having, that I would never have memories. My kids would never have memories of me with them, even though I was always with them. Literally, yeah. I'm the one with them all the time, and there's no proof of it.
But 15 years later, they look back and they're like,
where was Mom?
Dad was awesome. He took us and did everything.
Well, yeah.
Mom was never there.
Yeah. That's true, and especially when he started doing the videos.
It is true.
No, that's not what I'm...
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying it's true, so...
No.
Okay.
So, and then, with him starting, videos and stuff, obviously he's in all the videos, and videos, especially in the beginning, were very, very hard for me. I'm just now, as y'all probably know, comfortable with this. But actually carrying the camera around, following me, can't do it. I feel super weird still. And I'll try. Like, I'll be in my car by myself. I'll even try with my phone. And I feel so ridiculous. Especially when I have to, like, watch it. I'm like, is that what you look like? That's what you sound like? Oh, my God. But people listen to you, so they should definitely be okay with listening to me.
Okay. I agree. I've been trying to tell you that for years.
No, I'm
if
kidding.
we just had DJ as the face of the channel, it would have grown so much faster.
I don't know about that. But still. So, I lost a bunch of weight, and I feel like I've done fairly well at maintaining that. I will say, I do not work out throughout the year. I usually wait until January, February, because, my favorite time of the year is beach season, because I love to be at the beach, and I love the summer, and I love the heat. And so that's my time to work out. I also...
Are you sure it's not like a New Year's resolution every year you're going to get back in the gym?
No, that's not... No, I don't do that. No, because that's a crock.
Because you don't do it in January 1st. You you're like, I'm not going as a New Year's resolution, so I'm going to wait till like mid-January, early February.
Well, and also, I'm going to say this too. I can't start working out or and I don't do diets. I don't like that word because diets are diets and you don't stick to them, and they may work. I don't know, but I just can't mentally call something a diet. I won't stick to it. It's too restrictive for me. And our lifestyle is so just, all over the place, that I can't count calories. That's just, that's too much. So, generally, I'll start working out February through June, July-ish. And I usually burn out because I'm usually working out alone. I mean, he gets to go some with me now that the kids are in school. But I get kind of burnt out, and I just chill, I would say, in the fall. And, get a little soft and add a couple pounds from holiday weight. And then I start it all over. But ultimately, I want to be healthier for my kids. I want to make good choices. And I think, I don't like the word diet because I think it needs to be a lifestyle change.
Absolutely.
You need to exercise. You need to walk. Obviously we both have days where, not very many, where we literally just chill. Like, it's usually bad weather days and we're just in the house and we sit. Those are very rare.
Okay, yeah. You got to say that.
Yeah,
that's incredibly rare. And when I'm able to actually, or when I'm forced to just be in the house, I usually
he doesn't like it,
edit videos for half the day or something.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
It's not just chilling watching TV all day.
No, he usually drives me crazy because
I don't sit in the house willingly very well.
No.
During the day.
But ultimately, I want to be healthier for our kids because we are still fairly young, and I want to stay as healthy as I can be. I mean, my mom she just turned 60 and she is still going, like she was 40. What? Were you going to say anything? Oh, sorry.
I was trying not to.
And anyway, even my nanny, she's going to be 90 years old now. She obviously doesn't move as quick as she used to, but we try to get her out of the house more. She doesn't look
90 though.
She doesn't look 90. I don't think she feels 90, but I want to make healthier lifestyle changes. So we try to reduce the amount of fried food that we fail at that all the time? You betcha. I mean, we spend, unfortunately, a lot of time eating out because, first of all, we live so far from town that eating meals at home is not conducive to our schedule, I would say 80% of the time.
Oh, well, because of sports and activities,
yeah, because
and
of all the
church
things
and
that
so
we're
many
doing.
different things. And,
yeah,
like we eat a lot of concession stand dinners.
Walking tacos.
Like it's not great, but in the past I'm going to say we have like packed. When the kids were younger, especially packed food. Mm-hmm. That's so hard long term.
Yeah,
it's incredibly inconvenient, really.
Yeah.
So we're not perfect in the way we eat. Our diet's not perfect. We try to grow as much food as we can. Mm-hmm. We try the vegetables not as much as it used to be because it is time consuming.
Yes.
I still garden, but it's not a priority like it used to be. But the protein side of it, the meat, we do produce a ton of our own meat, pretty much everything but chicken. We buy chicken.
Yeah.
But I think there's a huge difference when it comes to the quality of the food. I mean, we do eat out. We've done spurts over time. Like, I don't know if you remember, like we went a whole month and didn't eat fast food one time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, probably would be healthy if we cut fast food out of our life, but with our lifestyle and chasing kids' activities, it's
just not
feasible all the time.
It's not.
So when it's us, when we can, especially in the mornings, I feel like for us, our breakfast and lunch is our healthy meals of the day.
Absolutely.
Especially when the kids are in school, because we're home a lot now. We juice in the mornings. We cook a healthy lunch most of the time. Supper is usually on the go.
Yeah. And I would also say, I want to tell y'all, one thing or two things that Daniel and I do is when we do go out to eat, I would say 95% of the time we get water.
Mm-hmm. Well, that started because we were poor.
We were broke.
We were broke.
Broke.
So if you were going to eat out,
got water.
You're going to save like $4 or $5. When you got two or three kids, you're going to save like $10 because they're going to want.
For 5, it's $10.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So we did the water thing not because of health reasons in the beginning, because we didn't have the money for an extra $10 to eat out for all of us. So we drink water, and our kids now they're like, do we have to get water this time?
Emily still does almost all the time.
She does.
She's
not a big pop drinker though.
Houston's like, I want lemonade.
Well, I blame Nanny for his bad eating habits. She gives him ice cream for breakfast and pop and whatever Houston wants, Houston gets.
Yeah.
So the other thing that Daniel and I do, and we have been made fun of it by our friends for so many years, and that is sharing meals. He and I, almost every meal, unless it's Chick-fil-A, I would say Chick-fil-A or
fast food, we don't.
Yeah, we don't typically.
But if we're going to go out to a restaurant.
Yes, we always share a meal. Like Florida, anywhere we go, we are sharing a meal. Mm-hmm. And first of all, part of that, yes, it makes you eat less, but I hate waste. I hate wasting food. So like even now, if I eat a bowl of cereal, I eat bowls of cereal out of toddler bowls.
Yeah.
I mean, I do. They make fun of me because I don't eat them out of just a normal plastic bowl.
Yeah.
It's a toddler bowl that I feed Brooks out of. Mm-hmm. I mean, but that helps with portion control. It's just little things. Now, I will say when I started working out and I started losing weight, that was one of the major things for me was eating on a small plate or bowl and not going back for seconds. And that first month, let me tell you, I feel like I was a really cranky person because it was so hard to not go back just for a little bit more, just because it's a habit.
Yeah.
And if you can just break that, it can move mountains for your health. I firmly believe that. I think you do have to make a consecutive amount of good choices to be fairly healthy and to, you just got to start somewhere. If you're unhealthy with the way you look, the way you feel, if you're extra tired, whatever it is, just make one little change, every week or every month and just keep doing that because it gives you so much more, I feel like. And I love
That was good. You're like preaching.
I'm trying. You're
preaching over
I'm a little sweaty too. Like I'm starting to get worked up.
Like I almost went, amen. Amen.
Yes.
Amen.
Sorry guys if I got a little carried away.
1% better every day.
That's right.
Or
yes.
month.
Or month. I mean, still, just as long as you're trying. I want my kids to know that I'm trying. Like Houston said the other day, because we've been trying to eat healthy, and this is kind of a big year for me. I'm not a big numbers person as far as the age goes, but I am going to be 40 this year, and so I've been making this whole little funny thing like I don't want to look like I'm 40 this year. So I'm working out and I'm trying to limit carbs more and just trying to be healthier. And so Houston has been making this comment about me dieting, and finally I'm like, dude, no, I'm not dieting, and we had to have this conversation with him. And I think he's getting it a little bit more now. It's lifestyle change. It's making better choices, not dieting. I am not following restrictions, and I ate like crap tonight. I did. I juiced this morning and couldn't get to the gym, but we ate kind of like crap tonight, but hopefully tomorrow will be better.
But it was good. Not the best. But I'm saying it's still, we don't get stuck on, I can't eat good food. Like, we eat good.
Yeah.
But we make conscious decisions to eat healthy as much as we can. And then tonight we went out to eat with your mom and dad and Dusty and Marissa, and had a great time. We don't feel guilty, Right. But if I go to tomorrow, we may go to Subway and have a, whatever they call it, a protein bowl, a salad or something. And my kids are like, "Why are you eating a salad?" I'm like, it's small choices. It's little choices.
Yeah, I got at Chick-fil-A. I love their spicy chicken sandwiches. It's like my favorite, but I get it without the bun every time.
Right.
And they're
so annoying. She's
my
one of those
people.
So She's one of those. I want a lettuce wrapped sandwich.
It's still amazing, and you don't feel like bleh, afterwards. Now your mouth may be on fire, but it's worth it. I don't even care. Chick-fil-A is the bomb. So
basically, what it boils down to is we are not health experts by any means, but it's just small choices, like you said. Those small choices add up over time, and could we still lose a few pounds? Could we be 15 pounds lighter? Yeah, absolutely. Like, sometimes I hate my double chin. That's why I grew a beard, because you don't see my double chin. It's just part of it. I'm not like a fitness guru. I don't want to be that guy that's just like, I ate 37 grams of protein today.
No.
That's not us. It's just a healthy lifestyle. Try to live a healthy lifestyle. You feel better. You're healthier. It's just all around healthier lifestyle, and trying to stay as active as we can. Farm life helps for me. Like I tell you, a lot of times I can't go to the gym, but there's so much work that you do on a farm.
Well, even whenever I was feeding while y'all were gone, I'm having to use that bucket to scoop out, the show heifer's feed, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I just left the gym, but this is exhausting.
You see what your husband does every day, and you were appreciating your husband.
I shouldn't have said that. Oh my gosh.
I see what it is.
I'm like, Weston, come do this real quick.
I see what it is. You saw what a man has to do every day.
Crap. I walked right into that.
Yeah, you sure did. I'll let it go.
Okay, great.
Let it go.
Let it go. So yeah, guys, this is just our experience, our kind of journey with being healthy and a little bit of weight loss. So that's all we wanted to share. So now we're on to questions.
And if someone wants to send in a question to ask DJ
or
for the episode or a topic idea, how should they do that?
Please email me at afhpodcast@yahoo.com.
Okay.
Please.
That email specifically.
That email specifically. Please, if you can.
No text or calls, please.
Yeah, please. Please no calls. Okay.
Speaking of calls, funny story, real quick.
Yeah.
Two things happened in the last week or so.
Might
have talked about this a little bit. Somebody called the Chamber of Commerce in the town we live in, asking if they knew how to get a hold of us.
No, they specifically asked for my phone number.
Okay, for DJ.
Yeah.
And the second time, in the same week, within a couple of days, someone called DJ's best friend, who we talked about before, that works at the tax office where DJ used to work.
And asked if they knew.
But what? They called. We never said where you worked. So were they just calling random places?
Oh no.
Basically called a random business in the town we live in and said, "Hey, do you know Daniel Arms?" And I guess they finally found somebody that did. And
it just happened to be my bestest friend.
Yeah.
My bestest.
So if you have questions,
please don't call our local tax offices. Please don't.
Yeah, it's just send it into the
afhpodcast@yahoo.com.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to slide into the questions here. So the first one, Kim says, How do you unwind after a day in the life of DJ? Well,
Can I answer?
sure.
DJ watches YouTube with me on the TV because that's all I ever have on our TV.
That's right.
She sits over there on the couch. I sit over here in the recliner, and we watch YouTube on the TV. And then we go to our bedroom, and we may watch a little YouTube in there on the TV.
Yep. Yep, that's how I unwind. Now, I will say,
That's not all. You've got books and stuff.
yeah, so he'll stay in here sometimes for a little while. I'll sneak off to the bedroom for a few minutes, and I've got like a stack of books that I try to read, a chapter out of each of them before he gets in there. Sometimes that doesn't work. And sometimes I'll have my own show that, like on Netflix, not very often.
Boring stuff. Chick.
Listen, I've got a few shows that I really like, but I'm in like a show hole with them because wait on new season. So
we watch Lester. I'm a Survivor Sanctuary.
That's what
we
we
watch Shirtless Jake Homestead. Well, all the YouTubers, all the YouTube farm channels and stuff.
yes. So we do watch those. That's how I unwind. Question number 2. Sterling says, how hard has it been on Daniel now that the 2 older kids have reduced interest in being on the channel?
It's a struggle. Like, that's a weird struggle. Like, the other day, we did the trout catch, clean, and cook, which obviously Emily likes to fish and she likes to hunt, but she's not just going to get up at 7 o'clock in the morning and go fishing with me in Houston a lot of times. She's 13. She's a teenager. But we came back, cooked those trout, and DJ tried it, and it was phenomenal. Emily was in the house, and I'm like, Emily, you got to try this. Me being the dad, wanting to embarrass her a little bit. She's like, no, Dad. She had on a pair of pajama pants. And no, it was that black T-shirt that she had worn
that's right.
as a server at our church Valentine's banquet the night before. But it was just a black T-shirt, and I was like, who cares, But she's like, Dad, no, I'm not dressed. Well, she didn't say I'm not dressed, but she's like, still in her pajamas, basically. And I'm like, she's cute. What are you talking about? No, you're pretty. Don't worry about it. And she's like, no, Dad, no, Dad, no, Dad. Which she didn't get mad. If she got mad, I wouldn't have shown it to you guys. It was funny.
Yeah.
But where 3, 4, 5 years ago, Emily would have been in the car going fishing with us or on the video cooking or something.
Yeah.
And, Weston did the same thing. And Weston would probably, he was in all kinds of videos when he was a little bitty.
Yeah.
Just like Emily. And Houston will probably go through some of the same stuff. There'll probably be a time where Houston's like, Dad, it's not cool.
Not today. Yeah.
And even if he doesn't go through that, his schedule's going to change. Mm-hmm. Like, he's going to have friends and he's going to have other stuff going on to where that 5-6-year-old curly-headed blonde boy is not going to want to be on the channel anymore.
Baby's growing up.
And that's tough. It's tough because, in reality, we call this Arms Family Homestead. The YouTube channel is about our family, and I try to include our family stuff, but I'm not going to force it on.
So to answer your question, he struggles with it.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's just, I think we all go through it, whether it's just being a part of the channel or just at home when no one else sees it.
Let's talk about what happened when Weston played his last high school basketball game.
Listen,
with you.
Oh my goodness. So yesterday or the day before, it was yesterday, on my Snapchat, it has memories on there and they pop up every day. And yesterday popped up when he was riding off in the school bus last year as he's a senior, and I sat in the parking lot. I had taken him some stuff and taken their pictures for them to leave for regionals. And I knew that it could be his last game, his last time with that team. And I just sat in that parking lot and I videoed. I'm not crying. I'm not going to do it this video. But I watched him ride off in that bus and I videoed it on my Snap. And it popped up on my memories yesterday. And it just it was horrible sitting there. I sat there in that parking lot and cried for 20 minutes last year watching that because it's just so weird and hard and watching, because when they're growing up, when they're little, you don't see them leaving one phase and going into another. It just happens and then you're like, oh my gosh, where'd they go? We just
Right.
lost, not that we lost it, but it's just like, okay, that phase is over. Now we're here. And then, but you don't realize it until you're already in this other phase. So it's so fast. Like, I can't believe that he's fixing to be 20 years old.
Right.
You know, and then Houston's going to be 10. Like, it's so weird that they're just like, they're growing up so fast and they're changing so much. And
so to bring it back to the two older ones not wanting to be on the channel, it was a slow progression. It wasn't like that definitive,
right.
Today's the last game, this is the last time I may ever get to experience this with them. It was more of a slow progression. And there's still times they're still on it and I'm like, no, we're doing a video, here we are. Obviously I'm not gonna make them go fishing or something, but we're doing something there and they're gonna be in it. So it was like a slow progression versus when graduation. It's like, there it is, bam, they're done and it's over. So it's hard and it's our family channel, but who knows? I mean, I can't say. Houston talks about when he's going to have his tortoise farms and all this different things. Like, I don't know, but I do think there will come a time where he's like, I'm torn, Dad. I don't want to be on these. He's not going to tell me, but his friends are going to make fun of him, or people at school are going to make fun of him or laugh. Maybe with the number of subscribers we got, he doesn't get the same things that Weston got. We were a very small channel when Weston went through that.
Yeah.
Houston looked at more like, oh my gosh, y'all got all these subscribers,
Yeah.
But there'll still come a time where he's like, Dad, I'm going with my friends.
Yeah.
And yeah, that'll be hard.
He's going to come home and he's going to cry. He's going to walk in and he's going to cry. And
I'm going to be like, DJ, go fishing with me.
he's such a tit.
Go fishing with me. It'll make me feel better.
Okay, let's move on so nobody cries. Okay, question number 3 is, I've had multiple of these emails, and it's really hard to answer, but the questions are, how do you handle getting recognized by fans? It's weird for us. I would say weird. I feel like we handle it very well. I mean, I don't know how to answer that, It's weird because we are not celebrities. Like, we are normal. We are just normal people that just happen to be on people's TVs.
And their cell phones and their computers.
Yeah, but we're just normal. And so, yes, we've had many times being even in our Walmart or at the airport or, of course, events, ball games, track meets. Oh my gosh, last year at track, there were so many people. We had to take so many pictures last year with people during track.
And it really throws people off.
Yeah.
Like other people that see that happen, they're like, what's going on over there? Why?
Yeah.
Why are you signing their hat or whatever,
Yeah. It is, I feel like it's just not normal for us.
Heck no. Not at all.
I mean, and so I feel like we're pretty gracious, and we just, of course, take pictures with kids and all that good stuff, But at the end of the day, we are still very normal, not celebrity people. I mean, especially you people that know us.
You people.
You people, y'all know.
I feel like everybody watching this knows a little, like they know a lot about us, and they know us.
Yeah, so.
So here's one thing. I've met a lot of other creators across the 6-7 years that I've been doing this stuff really seriously. We've been creating videos for a lot longer than that, but I've met a lot of YouTubers and creators and stuff, and some people are exactly what you see on camera. Some are not. And we try to be who you see on camera.
Authentic. Yep.
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 That's my goal, is to be exactly who you see through this camera lens. That's who I want to be. I'm probably a lot more quiet and reserved in person than I am through this.
I agree. Yep.
Socially awkward in large groups.
It's fine. My personality's big enough for the both of us most of the time.
All right, let's go on.
Okay.
Our camera battery's going to run dead on us. We're trying not to do this for 50 minutes.
Yeah, song of the week. Y'all, I'm going to throw you off here. But we were talking about working out and being healthy. So when I go to the gym, obviously I have a playlist on my phone. I have a couple different ones.
Is it Jump Around? Jump Around?
No. It is a classic, guys. The dogs are trying to come in
Yeah.
here. Classic. Are y'all ready for this? Leonard Skinner, guys. Give me 3 steps. That is the song of the week. It's one of my faves.
Give me 3 steps. Huh?
That's right. I love that song. It's so good. It's just like, I don't know. Takes me back to the 90s.
I did my own song of the week video the other day. Did you watch it?
By Dirt.
It was good.
It was good.
I did a good song of the week thing.
You did. Yeah. Do you have one? You want to add one?
No, I already did.
Oh, okay. Fine. Don't add one.
Okay.
It's my show anyway.
You betcha.
Okay, guys. Well,
Here's your hat.
Oh, do I need my hat again? Okay, guys. So, here it is. Do your best. Have a good week. Bye.